Now we open to the public. Since there is none, what's the desire of this board for as this ordinance, what is this, 1550? All right.
I'll make a motion for ordinance 1550.
Second.
I have properly moved it second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, let's move to the next item, W.
Ordinance number 1551, an ordinance of the City of Live Oak, Florida, amending the future land use classification to 15.16 acres more or less small scale of land on the future land use plan map of the City of Live Oak Comprehensive Plan pursuant to an application CPA 25-04 by the property owners and/or their authorized representative under the amendment procedures established in sections 163.3161 through 163.3215 Florida statutes as amended, and Article 3 of the Land Development Regulations of the City of Live Oak, Florida, providing for a change in the assigned future land use classification from residential very low density and agricultural to residential medium density on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Live Oak, Florida, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing authority and an effective date.
All right. Mr. Curtis, now we at 1550, right?
1551.
51. Am I getting lost here? Okay.
So this is part one of a two-part application. This is a request to change the future land use in order to consider the next request for the office institutional zoning. This is a very similar request as to the one that we voted on King Street for the church. This is Swanee Missionary Baptist Association lands. They had a couple small pieces of property, and they were able to buy a large property that was between them. So on the maps, it looks like there's 3 different parcels that they're assembling together. And the historic use of property on the fringes of the city, this goes right up to the city border, is where you find back in the day the agricultural areas where they were outside of the kind of center of the downtown, or the low density residential areas. But you do find that this property is surrounded on the north and on the east side by school property, as well as directly across the street. You do have another large educational school facility. There are a few homes across the street and down the street on the corner. Of course, all these matters were advertised in the newspaper, and public hearing signage was put out to let the neighborhood know, that there was something coming. So if you look, I think the easiest thing to do for this request is to look at their letter of intent that they submitted, which basically outlines what their future plans are and what the reasoning is why they would like to utilize this property to the fullest extent to support their ministry-based operations. So they outline summer children's and youth day camps, children and youth homeless services, laundry and shower, counseling and life skills, church gatherings, picnics, missions training, sports leagues, disaster relief, including feeding, potentially temporary housing for volunteers, communication headquarters for church-based disaster relief operations, Christmas child collection site, Hispanic sewing ministry, weekly tutoring ministry, crisis event meeting space, emergency ministry, launch site, and then multi-purpose areas, possibly ball fields, day camps, group building elements, and all those types of things, including improvements in the future. So the planning board recommends approval, staff recommends approval. Seems like a really good acreage site in the city to have as a regional draw for their operations. It's a great idea.
All right. Any public comments? All right, board members.
I make a motion that we approve the first reading of ordinance number 1551, excuse me.
Second.
Been properly moved and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, next.
Ordinance number 1552, an ordinance of the City of Live Oak, Florida, amending the zoning district to 15.16 acres more or less of land on the official zoning atlas of the City of Live Oak Land Development Regulations pursuant to an application LDR 25-08 by the property owners and/or authorized representative under the amendment procedures established in Article 3 of the Land Development Regulations, providing for a change in the assigned zoning district from agricultural 1A1 to office institutional 01 on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Live Oak, Florida, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing authority and an effective date.
All right, Mr. Curtis.
Yes, sir. Thank you, George Curtis, Development Manager. We've gone through this application based on their intended development ambitions and future uses, and find it consistent with the requested zoning of office institutional, abbreviated OI. Staff agrees, along with the Planning and Zoning Board, that there's a recommendation for approval for the zoning change on this property.
All right. Public discussion. Since there be none, council board, what's your pleasure?
I make a motion that we approve the first reading of ordinance number 1552.
I'll second.
It's been brought, moved, and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposers? All right, finally.
Thank you.
What?
City manager said he wanted to say something.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right, tonight, what we've all seen here is what I call growing pains. We're facing a lot of challenges we've never faced before because new things are coming up and we're having to address them. And sometimes the challenges and the changes are hard to accept. So we fight through them. I mean, the public discusses how they want to discuss it. We look at the rules and the things that we have to go by, and we don't always make everybody happy. But we do try our best, and we're all human. We do all make mistakes. But I can see Live Oak right now be on the cusp of really growing in certain places. But we do need housing. We do need businesses. We do need especially manufacturing businesses. We've got a lot of service businesses coming, but we need manufacturing too in order to give type of salaries to people to be able to buy newer houses. At the rate that houses cost right now, you can't just make it on $15 an hour and buy a 1,500 square foot house. So like I said, we're all facing what I call growing pains right now, and it's painful to all of us, I think. We all have to keep a clear head the best we can. That's all I got to say.
All right, council members, any of you have anything, concerns, want to say something? All right. All right, the probably second we do to adjournment. All in favor say aye?
Aye.
All right. Good evening. Thank you all for coming.